Okay, so let's go over the calculation of the geometric mean using Excel, using the file indices, and you can also work along with me. Okay, so here is the file we have, and we have major stock market indices, Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ, and the returns for different years, and these returns are given as percentages. Okay, so this is minus 33%. So it could also be represented as 0.33 minus, of course. So what we will do now is to find an average value for the 4 years, not using an arithmetic mean, but by using a geometric mean. So to do that, first I want to find the values 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, and we have up to R4 here. So what are these values? 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, and etc. So let me start here and write the formula. So this is 1 plus. Now, since this is 5.5%, I'm going to represent this as to be able to convert it to the decimal format, because if I use it as directly as 5.5, I will have mistaken results. So I have to divide it by 100. So it becomes 0.05. Okay, so that is the first value here that I calculated, 1 plus D2 over 100. So if the returns were provided to us in this format already, you don't need to divide by 100. So I'll just copy it down. So you see in the year 2008, there was a 33% drop, which means that if I started with 100,000, I ended up with 66,000. So the drop in my value is represented in this 1 plus R. And I can do this for the rest, okay, by pasting it over. So 0 return corresponds to 1. Okay, and we see again, negative return should correspond to a 1 plus R value of less than 1, because our money is actually losing value. Our index is losing value. So once I have this, okay, so I basically need to get a product. Okay, so I can use let's demonstrate here the product function, which gives me a value, the result of multiplying all these 1 plus R's. Okay, and I can actually paste it to the cells to the right. So then what I need to do to finalize this is to take it to the power. In this case, I have 4 years, 4 terms, take it to the power 1 over 4. So I will just do F7, and I will use here the caret sign, and in my keyboard this is above 3, but you might have different keyboards. The caret sign looks like this, so you'll see it in a minute. And okay, the caret sign, which is this sign, okay, and since 1 over 4 is basically 0.25, I can raise this to the power, and all these values to the power 1 over 4. Okay, and okay, now the only thing left for me to do is to do to take this value and subtract from 1. Okay, and I will get the average returns are all negative, but very close to 0. Okay, so there is not too much of a loss and not any gain for all these indices. So if I want to make this look like a percentage, but I want the actual value to remain as decimal, I can just choose format cells and percentages, so I get actually a neater look. So I get minus 2.04, but what's in there, the value is actually minus 0.024. So these are the geometric average geometric returns for these 3 indices. Okay, I'm gonna